I hope everybody's doing well. I just wanted to do this little video for you guys. We're out here. It's a really nice, warm, beautiful day. I haven't been feeling the best today, so I figured, well, doing a little bit of stuff. Figured I'd get the painting done on the little WPL, the little Suzuki Samurai. So I'm gonna get the camera flipped around here and I'll show you guys. This thing actually, wow, it turned out way better than I anticipated. Especially, I'll show you the paint that I used on this. It's very surprising how well this actually turned out. So I'm gonna get the camera flipped. We'll stop it and get the camera flipped around and we'll go over I'm gonna show you some stuff what I did here. So okay, so I'm gonna get the camera flipped around. So I moved it around there. So this is the paint on the Suzuki, the little Jimny Samurai from WPL, the C74. This thing, and this paint's pretty much dried, guys. This isn't still wet. I got a little bit of orange peel in it, but not terribly bad. I'm really impressed with this paint. It's actually like an automotive acrylic Rust-Oleum paint. And let's see what we got here. There's the roof of it. So, and we'll get you a side. The sun's really bright out here today. But man, I'm telling you guys, I don't know if I can get it to pick up my reflection. But it was picking up my reflection even in the paint. I was like really surprised at how well, because the clear coat that I used was just cheap clear coat. It wasn't anything, you know, super expensive. And I was trying not to put a lot of money in the paint for this build, you know what I mean? By all means, Tamiya paints, the TS paints are really, really nice, but you know, this did not hide the details in your body lines. This actually kind of made it pop. This is a thinner paint because it is metallic. And I just made a little paint booth here out of two pieces. It's foam boarding, so $2.50 is what I have in making me this little paint booth. I have here on the sides, I have sides that'll slide into this, and I can actually box this thing closed, and I can take my little electric heater that I've got plugged in running right here. Never mind the trash. I just got done picking up the yard because we had storms here. And I'll just blow the trash into the trash. I'll just blow the heat into this as like a box, and it'll actually bake like a bake booth for the paint. So this thing's pretty much dried up. Yeah, I just wanted to share. The paint did come out way better than I expected on this thing. I actually kind of liked painting with this paint better than the Tamiya paint. The Tamiya paint's just so thin, it seems like it takes so much to cover, which is nice because that's why the Tamiya don't hide the body lines. But this didn't hide. This kept all the nice details in the body and everything. I'm kind of making a shadow, but I'm trying to get out the shadow so it'll pick it up. And metallic paint's hard to spray because it's thinner anyways. But I was just uber impressed at how well that turned out. Sorry guys, I'm still trying to get the hang of this cheap gimbal thing I bought. So anyhow, we'll get over here to the paint. So basically what we have here is like a 3-step process. Like I think the painter guys, they refer to this as like a single stage where you have base coat, clear coat. Of course, you always got your primer. So I always use the Rust-Oleum Professional. This is a fine surface type primer. It sprays on nice. I didn't even have to wet sand this body. So this Professional primer, it's like 10 bucks a can. It's a huge can. You can literally prime the crap out of it. You could prime probably 5 hard bodies with this. It lasts forever. It's very forgiving spraying it on, you know, because it's primer, but it's even more forgiving. It's wet sandable. It's not a filler primer. When you get into the filler primers, when you get into the stuff that starts hiding the body details. So a lot of that is all your prep work. And that's why I'm breaking this down. So you can get this, and this is more, that's why the Tamiya primer works so well, is because it's a fine surface primer, so it doesn't go in and fill in. Like, you can still make out what I'm explaining here, like you can make out my details of my body lines and stuff still. Like if you use like that heavy filler primer, it'll start filling that small stuff in, and it'll start hiding it. So anyways, we'll get back over here to the primer. This is what I use, Rust-Oleum Professional Series, okay? So I usually do one light coat, 5 minutes dry. Well, not 5 minutes dry, but 5 minutes. Second coat, a little heavier. I do 5 to 7 minutes on that. Next coat, hold on, this thing moved. I hit the joystick on it. 3 coats, and I make sure it's good and covered, and then I wait. I don't wait any more than usually. I wait till it's dry. The primer is, the third coat is usually, I wait till it's good and dry, because you don't want wet primer. You want it dry enough to where you feel safe enough to wet sand the primer if you have to. If you do got to wet sand the primer, you can wait. Hold on, this thing's moving around on me. If you do got to wet sand the primer, I would wait, in my opinion, I'd wait 24 hours. I didn't have to wet sand this, and I waited a couple hours, and it was dry enough, and I went to laying the paint down. So then your next process, I need to move that, would be your Rust-Oleum. The metallic here is what I've got. This is like, says brilliant metal finish, whatever. What this breaks down into, this is more like an automotive type base paint, like the old school automotive type paint that they used to use back in, like, the 60s and 70s and whatnot. So this does work on plastic. Make sure you're using primer. Always use your primer. Don't just spray this directly on. I lay these on light coats. First coat, light, you just lightly on it, just how the directions say on the can, and then wait 5 minutes. That's what I do. 5 minutes. Next coat, another light coat, 5 minutes. Third coat, you'll start notice it getting pretty heavier. I lay it on the third coat a little heavier. I wait 5 to 7 minutes for the third coat, and then I wait another 5 to 7 minutes for that third coat. Then sometimes I'll lay a fourth coat and I'll go a little heavier. And then I don't wait no more than 10 minutes on this paint right here. And then I'll hit it with this clear coat, which I've had mixed results with in the past. I'll hit it with this crystal clear enamel. This is what this is from Rust-Oleum. This stuff's $7 a can. Now this is $10 a can, but you could literally paint like probably 3 full-size hard bodies with that, at least 2 with 1 can. So, $10, that's pretty good. Then I hit it with this Rust-Oleum. This, like I said, this, you have to make sure you get the crystal clear, not the 2X stuff. This stuff works in conjunction with this stuff because they'll mix together and you're not going to get wrinkling. Here's the thing when you're putting your clear coat on with this, okay? You want to make sure that your base coat paint is not completely dry. So your third, fourth coat on this, don't wait no more. I don't do any more than 5 minutes. That's how I do it. And then I start putting on the clear. Now, if you're going to do it a different way and you want to wait for it to dry, you're going to have to wait for this blue, this metallic paint. You're going to have to wait for it to dry completely before you start throwing clear on it, because the clear will eat through your blue paint. So you want this to be a little wet, not start gassing off completely when you start adding the clear coat on it. So you go to the clear coat, and I laid 1 light coat, and then the second coat a little heavier, and then the third coat a little heavier, and I just do 5 minutes in between these as well, and then you'll see your results that we got right here. Came out pretty freaking good, guys. So I just wanted to share that with you. Dungeon Master's out here with me enjoying the sunshine. Aren't you, little Dungeon Master? It's beautiful out here. And then we got some other stuff going on maybe if I start feeling a little bit better. I'm having a lot of stomach problems today, not feeling well. But I don't want to get into that. Nobody wants to hear it. So anyhow, from the RC Dungeon, hope this helps people and a little more affordable paint options for hard bodies. Peace.